Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod. Better pray to God. Welcome to the pod. We talking about the color blue. Have you ever been blue? Have you ever looked at stew? Not the soup, but Stu, the guy who walks around all the time. Have you ever drank a beer? This is kind of like a Pink Floyd-ish.
Yeah, it is.
Like oddly. We were going for blues, but it's like... Pink and blue, that's the colors of baby do. Pink and blue, why can't a baby be yellow? Yellow. Why can't a baby be yellow? Yellow. Can you do the outro? Yellow. Why can't a baby be? Ow! I love my yellow baby. How are we gonna top that? How are we gonna top that? Shit, son, damn, bro.
I wanted to ask you what you would have done in a certain situation that happened to me.
Oh, great! I love this.
Kind of recently.
Oh, great.
I'm at work.
Okay.
I go into the men's room.
Okay.
And one of the directors of our company is in the bathroom. I see him like at the urinal, right? And I'm going into the stall. So I walk into the stall.
I stop right there. I would have left and came back later.
What?
That's how I do.
You're not going to poop in front of a company director?
Nope.
Why not?
That's not how I do it.
I feel like that would make him lose even more respect for you. He wants proud poopers. People that are confident poopers, you know.
Okay. Go
Right,
on.
so-
Is that it?
No, that's not it. I haven't even gotten to the story yet.
Because I'm telling you right now.
That's
I'm telling you, if it's someone I know, I'm delaying. Or
Wait.
I'm going to the Starbucks across the street.
So you're saying, hold on, this brings up another question. Like, you think it's better if it's someone you don't know?
Yeah.
Like, why does it at that point? Why does it matter? You know.
Do you know when I go to a public restroom of that nature, I'll put headphones on? You've heard that.
I've heard that, and it sounds like an amazing hack
to
the whole situation.
You guys can have that for free. If you're hesitant to use the restroom number 2 in a public restroom, let's make a song.
Take it home with you.
Let's make a song. If you gotta take a number 2 and you wanna make it feel smooth, bring your headphones in with you and take it in with you while you're taking your number 2. You rap?
What's up?
Rap?
All right. Yo. Check it.
Talk about
Last
poop.
time I went to the number 2. Everybody knew that I had to poo, and everybody knew that I was in the loo. I was in Britain, in the bathroom. Everybody knows that I had taken shrooms, so it was gonna be kinda loud. It was gonna be kinda proud. Next to me was a British gentleman. He was so polite, he was the man. He couldn't tolerate the noise of my shit. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Okay, alright. We're adults.
We're not adults, dude. There's no other 40-year-old adults out there doing exactly this. What the fuck are we doing, dude?
Back to
Where's all right, back to the story though. I gotta ask you what you would have done. All right.
Existential crisis.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good song topic right there. That's a good one.
Existential crisis.
Oh shit.
Existential crisis. I don't know where ice is.
Ooh. Relevant.
Existential crisis.
I don't know where ice is.
I'm about to melt these ice bitches. Fuck ice. Ice in my drink, not ice in my society or citizens or community. Fuck ice. Only place I want ice in my drink. Only place I want ice in my drink. What you think? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that you went political with that. That was a political jam.
Really, I'm dying to avoid politics, but
It's tough these days, isn't it? How long can you avoid it? I mean, at a certain point, you have to discuss certain things. But all right. Let me finish the toilet story, please.
got you.
So I walk in. The director of the company is at the urinal.
Mm-hmm.
I walk into the stall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he saw me walk in or not. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
But I go into the stall,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm laying out the toilet paper
Mm-hmm.
onto the toilet seat.
I also don't do that, but go on.
You just sit bare-assed on
Like-
a public
I
toilet.
give it a wipe down.
A wipe down, bro? This is little insignificant conversation is opening up so many things. All right.
So you create the.
I'm laying it down, right? Because I don't use the stupid pads that they provide.
Oh, do they have those?
They have those too.
I haven't seen those. In
Those
a minute.
slip right off. They've
they're
never
so
worked for
dumb.
me.
Yeah,
So
they're awful.
I lay the toilet paper down. And as I'm doing this, so there's a loose toilet paper roll
Uh-huh.
on top of the ones that are actually attached.
Yeah.
And I accidentally knock that toilet paper roll over.
Okay.
And right as the director of the company is walking past the stall, the toilet paper roll unrolls. It slides under the door and it unrolls like a carpet, like right in front of him. Right in front of him.
This isn't a real story.
I swear to God. I swear to
Like
God.
you've been.
Like, so, okay, my question right now. So this is what happened. From his point of view, he just sees this toilet paper roll fly out and unroll in front of him. What would you do at that point? What would you do?
Panic.
Do you stay silent inside the bathroom? Do you stay inside the stall and
think
don't
it
make a
would-
noise? Or
I think it would depend on my mood. Because that's one of those things where it's like, oh man, it's like an accident, but there's no way to describe it to the person. It's like, oh
Exactly.
no, you don't understand. Like,
Exactly. Yes.
like,
Yes.
I came to take a deuce and it fell and it rolled. And
Yes.
I swear to God, I wasn't trying to like interrupt your flow. And then it's like,
There's no way to save it, right? But
yeah.
I made the worst decision in that case, which is I decided to try to save it. So I walked out of the stall and I started picking up the toilet paper. He's kind of just like looking like, what's going on? And I went for like the last desperate attempt of like, let's find humor in this. Like, can you believe this? And he gave me nothing back. Not a smile.
Like-
Not just. He gave me nothing back.
Toilet
Like,
paper, huh?
yeah. Yeah, dude.
Nothing, huh?
But here's the thing. I couldn't just stay inside the bathroom either, because then you'd think I did it on purpose or something.
Oh my God.
There's just no good options.
It's brutal.
There's just no good options in that
It's
scenario.
brutal. I feel like I have one like that, but I can't think of it now. Like the trying to describe to the person the thing. Oh, Mike, you're on 22. So we were in. This is kind of a reach, but we were in Vegas. It was a trip with you. I was by myself in the elevator, and I'm in the lobby. I think it was Mandalay Bay, and these two beautiful Asian women walk in. And we were on floor 20. And they come in and they press 20. And I say to them, oh, you're on 22? And they go, 22? I go, no. You're on 22? They go, 22? I go, no. 20? No.
And you never
I
got
can't
to the
remember
bottom
what
of it?
happened, but
Oh, man.
I think it was like...
That's pretty good.
I think I started trying to explain, I'm also on 20.
You started trying
they're
to
just
explain the pun.
They're just done with me. Like, they're just fucking done with me at that point. You're on 20, I'm on 22. You're on 20, I'm on 22. If I use the word also, it would be the end of that miscommunication. Miscommunication. Miscommunication.
Yo, we talking, but we not understanding. Oh my goodness, I am disbanding. Everybody knows that this is the brand of people who can't communicate properly. Everybody knows that. I'm sorry.
What was
There cannot be an audience. Like, this is the nichest of audiences.
There's no audience for this. What about your song Lost in Translation? What was that about? I'm gonna play a clip now. Ready?
I don't think you see.
Okay.
That's actually about exactly this. And
Elaborate.
what a like deep cut. Damn. What a reference.
I love that song.
What a reference.
Let's see if I can find it. It's only 2 minutes 15 seconds.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Oh, but the quality.
It's getting a little bit too black.
It's getting a little bit too loud.
Black.
Okay.
I should just. Can I put lyrics on SoundCloud?
Hold on. Shut up. Frozen in my tracks and I can't go back.
Yep.
Wonder
If you're real, when I see you smile.
I don't think you've seen me for a while.
I don't think you've seen me for a while.
Yeah.
No one sees the same thing as me.
No one sees the same thing as me.
Yes.
This is called songwriting, motherfuckers.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
No one speaks the same words as me.
And no one speaks the same words as me.
Yep.
You show how you gave it all up with such ease.
I didn't catch that.
Can you show how you gave it all up with such ease?
So that I can forget all about my dream.
Because I can't forget about a dream.
Such ease.
Who broke your heart?
Forget all about my.
Who broke your heart?
It was it was more about friendships than
Oh, wow.
drifting friendships than drifting relationships. It was more about friendships, like
Wow.
struggling to understand each other more and more as you get older, drifting in different directions.
Wow.
Yeah.
How could you give it up with such ease? Wow. Link of that song below. Whew. All right, let's make a song, I guess.
American rock song.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now this is our chance to channel all of our frustrations
Okay.
into one musical masterpiece.
Okay. About
Alright.
the current everything.
Whatever
Should
you want.
A little background. This is June 21st, 2025.
Yep.
I.e. right before the nuclear holocaust.
Who knows? It's time.
Hours before the nuclear...
I find myself living one day at a time. I live a quarter mile at a time these days. You know? All right.
Change up the whole everything. Oh, wow. Rock and roll, rock
This is-
and roll. America's built
this
on
is
rock
Sting.
and roll.
Every breath you take
Is the last you have. You know?
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on, can you pause it real quick? Every move you make, every breath. I think we've talked about this song before. Wasn't that about It's Off?
Oh.
Isn't Every Breath You Take about a stalker?
It is about a
Every
stalker.
breath you
It is about a stalker.
take, every move you make,
Which one's mine?
I'll be
This one.
watching you.
Yeah, it's about
And
a
then,
stalker.
what's the? Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Is about a teacher who's
Oh. Shit. Like a PE teacher? I did not have any sexual relations with that woman. I want to see the actual thing. I've seen more
it's actually harder to
imitations of
find.
it than the actual
Oh,
thing.
it's so funny. It's actually hard to find.
Did not have sexual.
Okay. I
Oh,
found
Dave
it. I
Chappelle
found
did.
it.
Dave Chappelle did that.
Not have sexual relations with that woman.
It's a little reaction video to that.
But he did have sexual relations with that woman.
He did. He got a blowjob in the Oval Office, right? Honestly, dude, I wish that was the level of our scandal.
That was light work.
Remember what a nightmare what a scandal that was? There was a 800-page report
God.
about it.
Wow.
What was it called? The Ken Starr report or
We
something
had
like
it
that?
so
There's-
good. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
We had it
that
so
was
good.
all we had to work with in the
Ugh.
mid to late 90s whenever that happened.
And now
I mean, now this is this wouldn't even
It's a fucking
make the
nightmare.
news. It wouldn't even make the news.
Bro, okay, in regards to make the news, let me do a little bit of research on this before I speak out of turn. Donald Trump, Robert E. Lee naming. Okay, Donald Trump recently announced his plans to restore the original names of several military bases that were previously honored by Confederate military figures, including Fort Lee in Virginia. This was like a week or two ago. It went totally under the radar. He named a military base back to Robert E. Lee, who was a Confederate military leader.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just completely under the radar. Like, if that happened 10 years ago, it would be the biggest fucking news story ever. But because there's so much going on, and that's a huge story.
yes. So first off,
Why are we naming...
I don't think it's coming from Trump at all. None of this shit is coming from.
I saw him
Trump.
speak on it.
Oh yeah, he'll speak on it.
Yeah.
But the ideas are not coming from Trump. The ideas are coming from probably the Project 2025 people behind Trump, who want a white Christian state
Yeah.
where women produce babies and
Yeah.
men own slaves. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't even think that's too radical to say at this point.
Well, no. I mean, if you're, what's the word? The opposite of demonizing. If you're like heroic, if you're putting Robert E. Lee on a pedestal of some sort of heroic figure,
Yeah.
who was literally probably one of the most anti-American figures of all time,
Yeah.
stands against everything America was built on. Like, what are we doing? Like, why is that not enough?
Why is that not enough to take Trump down? I mean,
Why is that enough for his followers to be like, okay, maybe he's an asshole? Unless his followers
because
are racist.
to me it's quite clear. His core supporters are deeply racist people. I at this point I don't see any other way to spin it. There's
Can
maybe,
I play devil's advocate?
Yeah, please.
Okay, a lot of his supporters are non-white. A lot.
That's true. That's true. And that has been a very confusing point to me. Because some of these people are now surprised that they're getting deported by the person they voted for. That part the only way I can explain it is very powerful propaganda that's somehow tied masculinity with Trump. Like there's this
Like the branding of Trump.
the branding is you're this weak wimpy pussy if you vote Democrat.
If you're a Democrat, if
and
you're a
all,
liberal.
and that's what all your friends think. You know, they think you're this weak wimpy Democrat if you vote yes. And Trump is a real man who says it like it is. Except other times when he says it just as a joke. And you'll choose whichever one you want when it's convenient. But that's a different point. I did want to talk about this thing because it's related to this.
Okay.
There's this pipeline which you've probably read about or heard about, right?
The Dakota?
The red pill to right wing pipeline. And I think it's kind of one of the reasons.
Like the Andrew Tate type shit?
Yes. Andrew Tate is a huge part of that pipeline. Mm-hmm. Guys start out, they're struggling with dating. Mm-hmm. They're looking for advice.
Struggling with money.
A lot of mainstream advice is very useless.
Yeah.
I'm going to use dating as the best example.
Sure,
because
sure,
I
sure,
actually believe a lot of mainstream dating advice is very useless.
It's bad, yeah.
So then they find this community where there's actually some much more useful dating advice. Mm-hmm. Instead of you being told, oh, it'll happen, it'll just be confident.
Right.
You get told actionable things to do, work on your approach, work on your appearance, blah, blah, blah.
Go to the gym.
Go to the gym.
Stop being a pussy, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Which is actually good advice. I'm sorry,
100%. It is good advice.
Yeah.
And guys see results from it.
Yeah.
And then they start questioning, wait a minute, if the mainstream rhetoric was lying to me about women, what else has it been lying to me about? It kind of like shakes their worldview a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're still young. And there's a whole army of right-wing propaganda already out there, ready to reprogram you to extreme views on everything. It'll reprogram your ideas about racism, about homophobia, about history. I mean, if you go far enough down the rabbit hole, you'll become a Holocaust denier. You'll think like the Holocaust never happened, or maybe you'll come to some crazy conclusion that racism is okay, or all of this exists out there. It's this pipeline.
Yeah.
And it's because the right extremists are dominating this internet space, this like podcast space.
Yeah. The fuck.
And I think it's one of the reasons why I think Gen Z swung towards Trump so heavily. It was that Andrew Tate pipeline, young Gen Z men getting.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of it's kind of antisocial internet
culture. Yeah.
It's like stuff you'd never do in real life.
It's and also I agree with everything you're saying. It's also a that's yours. The Democrats dropped the ball as well. They're not speaking real to young men. We're not having real conversations with young men from the left.
We are not. Honestly, the Democrats most of them are dropping the ball on everything. I mean, it's the most flaccid response to all this. It's been the most flaccid party, with the exception of a few people that are outspoken, trying hard.
I remember one time I was in the car with you, and I drive a stick shift because I'm not a bitch. Just kidding. But I stalled, and you said, impotent.
Really? I said that?
You said impotent.
Damn.
It was so funny.
That's mean.
No, you said it in a really funny way.
Oh. Dude, I remember this happened to me. I got to tell this. Like, I had a manual in college. It was that little green Ford Escort.
Yeah.
And one night in Boulder, somehow a bunch of girls piled into that car. We were driving somewhere.
I think I remember.
And I fucking stalled on a hill. And I swear they all laughed. It was one of the most humiliating moments. It was humiliating to
Dude.
stall the car with a car full of girls.
You know what I have to say to that?
What?
One word.
What?
Guess.
Impotent.
Impotent. All right. That's this episode.